Hello everyone, welcome to the Agro Times. I'm Olivia, and in today's video I'm taking you through Imaniro Sub-county to Musita Magamaga weighing station or weighing scale. But this isn't just a road trip, it's a journey through Uganda's agricultural heartbeat. Every field, every plantation, every farmer we pass presents the strengths and resilience that define our nation. Agriculture remains the backbone, employing more than 70% of our people and feeding millions across East Africa. But beyond farming, agriculture is our hope, a path towards prosperity, sustainability, and self-reliance. As we ride through these rich fields, it's clear Uganda has the land, the climate, and the people. Yet many farmers still face challenges, limited access to quality inputs, poor storage facilities, and low market prices. Across Africa, the story is similar. Abundance of potential, but a struggle to reach full productivity. The question is, we must keep asking, what systems, policies, and innovations are needed to turn agriculture into a fully profitable and respected industry? Guys, for sure, we must ask ourselves this question. What systems, policies, innovations are needed to turn agriculture into a fully profitable and respected industries? Especially in Africa. It's not about Uganda, but especially in Africa at large. Now we approach Bufulubi, one of the largest prisons, but also home to one of the most successful examples of organized agriculture in the country. Bufulubi Prison is in I don't know whether it's still in Imaniro Sub-county, but it's around there. It's between Imaniro and Lugolole. Lugolole is where the sugar factory is. Those who know that road, Mayuge Road. But they are so organized. The Uganda Prison Service runs a robust agricultural department that produces large quantities of food crops and livestock, not just to sustain the institution, but also to contribute to national food security. Their secret is structure. They plan, they plant, they harvest with discipline. It is a system that proves when agriculture is managed strategically, results follow. And this is it, guys. Most of us will just grow without planning, without acting the right way, without planting, without harvesting in a disciplined way. I will give you an example. I'm always in the field, and you find the farmers harvested maybe coffee or cocoa, and they proudly dry it in the soil. Just someone sweeps and puts the produces just in the soil or along the roadside. Those who use the Nankoma Mayuge Road, that Ugidi Road, you find people are using the roadsides just to dry their produces, which is not right. We have to look at that post harvest handling. We are killing quality on our produces. Inside these farms of Bufulubi Prison or of actually the whole of Uganda Prison Institute is organized when it comes to agriculture. And those who always attend the agriculture show in Jinja, you see they are the most organized there. Their products are just superb. That's what I can tell you. Inside their farms, inmates work under supervision, gain real agriculture skills from crop production and animal rearing to agribusiness management. These programs and Prisons equipped them with practical knowledge for reintegration into society. Agriculture here becomes more than production, it becomes transformation. This model is a wake-up call for all of us. Imagine if your youth cooperatives, schools, and communities adopted the same approach, organized, data-driven, and purpose-focused agriculture. Uganda's story mirrors that of Africa as a whole, for sure. Most of the African countries we are facing the same problems. The continent holds 60% of the world's remaining arable land, and this is true. Yet we still import billions of dollars in food every year. The gap isn't in potential, it is in management, infrastructure, and value addition. Uh, like here in Uganda, we grow a lot of coffee and we have the best coffee across the entire world, if I'm not mistaken. But what what surprises me, most of the farmers they are selling off low coffee. They don't add value on their coffee and getting less income. Our governments must prioritize irrigation, agro-industrialization, and market access policies must go beyond paperwork. They must reach the farmers in the garden. It's time to rethink our approach. Agriculture must be treated as an enterprise, not subsistence. Africa's youth hold the key. They are innovative and full of energy. But many have lost interest in farming because it appears outdated or unprofitable. We must change the narrative. Let's make agriculture smart, digital, and exciting. Let's use agro-tourism, online marketing, and mechanization to attract a new generation of agri-entrepreneurs. When youth lead, transformation follows. As we near the Musita Magamaga weighing station, trucks line the road, carrying sugarcane, maize, bananas, and cassava to various destinations. This is the final stage of production chain, but also Uganda loses the most value. Honestly, we are exporting raw materials to outside world. Most of our produces leaves unprocessed. Low coffee, low cocoa, low cotton. Yet the real profits lie in finished products. That's where investment in value addition becomes critical. Imagine every district with small agro-processing centers, roasting coffee, drying fruits, packaging honey, and producing animal feeds. That would not only reduce waste, but also create jobs and expand our export earnings. Honestly speaking, we grow coffee here. I'm repeating even this. We grow coffee here in Uganda, and our coffee is one of the best. We export raw coffee to outside worlds. Then again, we import the coffee, the processed coffee back to Uganda, and we buy it expensive. I'm already thinking about the thing. What if the government puts it, like brings an initiative or thinks about it, and we have our own machines here which can process coffee? I think right now we have a processing a factory here, and we are exporting the Uganda coffee known as cow. I think so. I'm not so sure. Guys, tell me if I'm outdated or updated. But that's what I read in the news. I think last week. We are exporting now the cow, but not every farmer is accessing that. We are exporting raw materials. Imagine Uganda has been producing coffee. We export coffee as a raw material. Then they export back clothes and we buy those clothes. Oh, I meant cotton. We produce cotton here in Uganda. It is exported as a raw material, then imported back, and we buy clothes as expensive, yet we can process here. But I also heard the government of Uganda implemented, I think, a law to all cotton exporters. I heard they told them not to export again cotton as a raw material. Like guys, I'm used to saying coffee, 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 coffee because I'm in the field of coffee, cocoa, banana, and poultry. So I'm used to this, like that word coffee is always on my mouth, and cocoa. But I'm meaning cotton. I think Uganda no longer exports cotton as a raw material. Like they're trying to add value on it, which is something good. I think we can change anything here in Uganda and Africa at large. We are exporting cocoa and we have the best cocoa beans. Guys, let me tell you, Ghana may be the leading maybe producer of cocoa in the whole Africa. But when it comes to quality, Uganda we have quality cocoa according to research. We are producing quality cocoa, but on a sad note, we export low, like it's a raw material cocoa. We are exporting to factories which process and make chocolates, and then those chocolates are imported back in the country and we are buying them expensive luxury. Honestly, this is an issue in all African countries. We produce food, we have fertile soils, we can sustain ourselves through agriculture. We can practice agriculture and change our livelihoods. But the huge problem is one, we are exporting raw materials. Like we are we are not adding value on the crops we are producing. Here in Uganda, we produce banana. Almost each and every household has a banana plantation. Here in Uganda, regardless of the culture, regardless of the region, you can find banana plantations even in northern Uganda where people don't even consume that much of banana, but you can find them there. But to a sad note, apart from eating the matok, that green matok, a few know that we can dry, like we can add addition on the banana plantations. We can dry them and sell them in powdered form. We can make porridge out of the bananas, like juice. Like we can, I wish every farmer thinks about value addition. Uh, Previously, I won't say previously, like long time ago, I remember, I think I was in P1, P2. That's when the Ugandan government removed the coffee cooperatives here in Uganda. But initially, coffee cooperatives were here and prices were constant for coffee. Farmers could know where to take their coffee, sell them at a good price. But ever since they removed those coffee cooperatives and everything turned and everything changed. I don't know what the governments of Africa, what should they do to improve agriculture? I don't know what we should do to improve the quality of the produces we are producing. And another thing, another challenge we have in Africa here, we are most of the countries or most of the farmers are using more of the inorganic fertilizers, pesticides, yet we can go organic farming, we can do organic farming, we can use compost manure, bagasse is also there. We can always make our natural pesticides from the wood ash, chili, comfrey, etc. We can always come up with something, but we are using too much fertilizers in our land, hence it loses the soil fertility at the end of it. Besides that, we have a challenge here in Busoga region. I don't know other regions here in Uganda, but in the Busoga region we have a challenge, and that challenge is sugarcane planting. In Busoga here we are blessed. We have fertile land, we have good soils, we have reliable rainfall. Since we are alongside Lake Victoria and River Nile, besides that we have a lot of forest in here, so we receive rainfall throughout the year. But you find a household, they are going, like they are sleeping on empty stomachs, they don't have food. But the reason is simple: sugarcane. You find someone is renting out all of the land they have, like they rent out their lands to sugarcane growers, and you find sugarcane up to the doorsteps. I'm always, I won't say arguing, but I will say quarreling. I'm always quarreling with farmers in the field. You find a farmer, like you find a household when they have sugarcane up to the doorstep, guys, up to the doorstep. Even a place where kids can pray from, they don't have. And if you ask them, is this your sugarcane plantations? They probably tell you, Madam, you see, I had a problem. I rented out this land. So, and they went for sugarcane growers, they went like 6 years. Those are 12 seasons you're renting out. And the owners of the lands, they end up like lacking where to grow their crops, lacking where to start from. Like someone be just there, and the money they are renting off that land is less. You pay 1.2 million Ugandan shillings for the 6 years per acre. Imagine that less money. It cannot even feed someone for 6 months, or not even 6 months is big. It cannot feed someone for even 2 months, just 1 2 months. But it's a challenge. And another thing I hate about those sugarcane growers. Remember, when you're growing sugarcane, they don't encourage intercropping, especially with trees. And here is the annoying thing: they are cutting all the trees and uprooting all the tree stumps without leaving a chance for regeneration, without leaving a chance for, like, we are calling drought by ourselves. Right now, as I talk, this is a second season of the year, and we were expecting rain for the season, but surprisingly, the way it is shining, as if we are not in the season of rain. It rained today, but it had took like months without raining, and crops were drying up. But the cause is what? Too much deforestation, and people are not planting trees. People are not giving a chance to natural species of trees to regenerate, to grow. Sugarcane growers, they uproot each and everything. And if they are to intercrop, they maybe when the sugarcanes are, they have just planted the sugarcane. If they are to intercrop, they intercrop it with maize, just for one season, not every time. Guys, what you're seeing in the video right now is solar panels. That's near Bufulubi Prison, actually opposite Bufulubi Prison. Those solar panels are for the government, I would say. And here in Uganda, we are both using the hydroelectricity power and the solar power. Actually, even here in Mayuge, those panels you're seeing, they supply part of Mayuge District. Plus the hydro, we have both hydroelectricity and the solar power. And we have areas where we cannot generate the hydroelectricity power, and they constantly use solar power. That's Kalangala district in the middle of Lake Victoria. So back to agriculture. Sugarcane growers have done more harm than good, most especially here in Soga region. I wish the government can take an action about it. I wish people can learn that okay, growing sugarcane is not bad because they get money out of it. But if you're looking at the prices of sugarcanes are too low here in Uganda. I don't know the whole Uganda, but here in Usoga region, a ton is just 120,000 Ugandan shillings. That's something like $30, sort of that, 30, 20 something dollars. I'm not so sure per ton, and sometimes it's just 100 flat per ton. But if someone is growing banana in an acre of banana plantation, like in a full acre, there is 450 banana plants around there. So if you sell 10 banana bunches at 10,000 each, that is that's how much? That's 100,000 Ugandan shillings. But remember, you have 450 plants in there, or bananas there, which means instead of someone wasting time growing sugarcane, you can go for banana planting or banana growing. Like sugarcane takes years to harvest. Banana plantations just 8 months to start harvesting. If you look at cocoa, and better if for banana plantation, if you start harvesting, you can't stop. As long as you start harvesting for the first time, you harvest everything. There is no that I'm harvesting, so I have to wait for another season again to harvest. No. Once banana plantations start yielding, that's it. And they can take long to phase out. It takes more than 10 years for plantation to phase out. And when it comes to cocoa farming, uh, right now a kilo of cocoa is at 5,000 Ugandan shillings here in Uganda. Thank you. And you just wait for 3 years to start harvesting. Still, if you start harvesting, you cannot stop harvesting. You harvest each and every time. I don't know where people always look when they are making decisions on crops. I don't know. But I would advise someone to go for maybe vegetable or catch crops like cocoa or coffee or as avocado. Actually, as avocado is also expensive and it's a good venture. And we have red market here in Uganda. Those who want seedlings for as avocado, they can visit Musita farms in Mayuge District. I'm talking to those around Soga region. For in eastern region, in western, no central, I think it's in Mitiana, sort of that. I'm not so sure. But let's be realistic for sure. Let's boost the agriculture economy. I felt it important to share with you something in agriculture in general, as I do it as I travel back home. So right there is on the right is the Mayuge sugarcane factory in Rugolo towards Musita. those who know. And me, I just ate sugar canes. Like, I don't know why, but I ate sugar cane for one reason. People are putting their minds into sugarcane growing. That's there right there, South Africa. People are putting in much effort, forgetting about the food security in their homes, forgetting about the children's livelihood, the nutrition part of it. And you find someone has land, rented it out, even the plantation is on that land is not his. That person is suffering. You find a person from morning to evening in the bar, not thinking of, honestly speaking. I wish the government can do something. I wish they can focus on more on mindset change and trainings. It may work. I will say perfectly, but we can try by that. And this goes to all African countries. This goes to all Africans out there. It starts with us before we think of governments. Change starts with us. We are governments. This journey from Imaniro to Magamaga is more than a distance. It's a symbol of Africa's agriculture path, from smallholder farmers to institution farms like Bufulubi, from Uganda fields to Africa's markets. The story is one of progress, potential, and purpose. Agriculture is not just Uganda's past, it is our future, and it is the African future. A future that depends on how broadly we innovate, how wisely we invest, and how passionately we involve our youth. I'm Bibi Olivia from the Agro Times. Thank you for joining me on this journey through Uganda's agriculture transformation. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. So together we can keep growing Africa's story of hope, innovation, and sustainability. Enjoy the video until the end. See you in the next video.